have different denominators, you just take the two denominators and you multiply them together. So whatever you do, the top you do the bottom in a fraction. So then 7 times 2 is 14. And then when I said 1 times 7, I got 7, and 3 times 2, I got 6, and I got 13 over 14. And that's already in lowest terms because 13 is a prime number. So now from here, number 1, we're going to say that we have 9/16 plus 5/16. So we only have to add the numerators. 9 plus 5 equals 14 over 16. And then I reduce that by 2, and then I get 8/7. And number 2, I have 5 9s plus 1 9. So I'm adding 5 plus 1. Because the denominators are the same, you do not add denominators. They just share a denominator. So now I have 6 over 9. I can reduce this by 3. So now I have 2/3 as my answer. And then for number 4, we're looking for what's called the common denominator. You take the two denominators, whatever they are, and multiply them together. So this is 4 and 8, and I have 32. We're going to multiply the first fraction 1/4 by 8, the numerator and denominator, and the second fraction 5/8 by 4, the numerator and denominator. So when we do that, we're going to get 8 over 32 plus 20 over 32. So in this case, we're just going to add 20 plus 8 over 32. And then we get 28 over 32. Our common factor between both those numbers is 4. So we get 7 over 8 as our answer. Number 5 is going to be 15 times 5, which is 75. We're going to multiply 2 15s by 5, and then 1/5 by 15. So it's 5 over 5, 15 over 15. So then I get 10 over 75 plus 15 over 75. I add those two numbers together. So 10 plus 15 is 25 over 75. And then we're going to simplify our fraction by 25. We divide the top and the bottom by 25, and our answer is going to be 1/3. Apply 3 times 3. And then, so it's 3 times 3 is 9, and then add the 1. So I get 10 over 3. And then the second one, you're going to say 1 times 8 is 8 plus 1, I get 9 over 8. So then I'm going to add those together, and then I need my common denominator. My common denominator is 8 times 3, which is 24. So the first fraction gets multiplied by 8 over 8, and the second fraction gets multiplied by 3 over 3. So then from there, I get 80 over 24 plus 27 over 24. I add my 80 plus 27. 107 over 24 is my answer. It doesn't state to give the answer like in a mixed number or an improper fraction, so I just left it like that. And that's already in lowest terms. Number 9 is different because we're subtracting. They have the same denominator, so the only thing you need to do is perform the operation of subtraction. So it's 8 minus 4 over 5, and I get 4 over 5. 6/7 minus 2/5, our common denominator is going to be 35. 7 times 5, so then we multiply the first fraction by 5 over 5, and then the second fraction by 7 over 7. And then I get 30 over 35 minus 14 over 35. Some of you are still confused about how to subtract, so it's going to be only the numerator. So it's 30 minus 14 over 35. I get 16 over 35, and that's the final answer. This 11 has an imaginary 1 underneath it, so our common denominator is going to be 1 times 8. So we're going to multiply 11 over 1 times 8 over 8, and then the 3/8 stays the same because we already have the denominator of 8. So then I get 88 over 8 minus 3 over 8. When I simplify that, remember we're sharing the denominator. So it's going to be 88 minus 3 over 8, and that's going to give me 85 over 8. For number 15, we have to create a mixed number from 13 and 1/7. So when we're creating a mixed number from 13 and 1/7, you're basically saying that you have 13 times 7 plus 1. So when I bring that together, I get 92 over 7. So 92 over 7 minus 3 over 7 is going to be 89 over 7. And that's already in lowest terms.